Reporting from my bed today, y'all. So Deobra Redden got his sentence today. If you don't remember who that is, this guy. I watched the whole thing, so you didn't have to. I mean, and I enjoy it, so, it's kind of a win-win. So the prosecution listed all the reasons why he needs to stay in jail the longest amount of time possible. Listening to her read, she was very nervous. Like, you could tell her voice was shaking. And don't get it twisted, there was no shortage of guards in that room. But I digress. Mr. Redden gave a statement today as well. He exhibited remorse, and he told us a little bit about his history in terms of not being properly diagnosed or treated from a child regarding his mental illness. His attorney went on to discuss how Mr. Redden has improved his behavior because he's now being properly treated, given the proper medication. He's getting the proper help that he needs. And his argument was basically saying that, hey, if we can just make sure that he continues to receive the help that he needs, he won't be a danger to anyone or to himself. He says, yes, he definitely should be punished for his actions, but please take into consideration his mental health history. He recommended a sentence of 4 to 11 years. Mr. Redden shed a few tears. And shout out to this bailiff. I thought that was very commendable because look, we know that everybody in that room is beefing with that dude because of what happened in that last courtroom. All of the bailiffs and everybody, the judges, all of the legal team, they out for his head. But I thought that was very classy that he grabbed tissue to hand to that man when he saw that he was sitting there crying. Okay, I digress. The prosecution went on to read the victim impact statement, which came directly from the previous judge. She spoke about how Mr. Redden's actions was a huge detriment to her family, and how they're still suffering from it, and she feared for her life, thought he was going to kill her, and things of that nature. So the judge heard enough. She said, we are not going with your defense attorney's recommendation for 4 to 11 years. What I am going to do, since you did separate crimes, you are going to charge separate times. And for those who don't know, the judge usually has an option to determine whether or not to make a sentence concurrent or consecutive. So that means if you're charged with 3 separate crimes, they can give you time for each of those crimes, and you could you can serve all of that time at the same time, or you be like, okay, you get 2 years for each crime. You would serve 6 years because it's 2 years for the first crime, 2 years for the second crime, 2 years for the third crime. Or you would just serve 2 years only because all 3 of those crimes are kind of combined into one. I hope I explained that right. I'm sure somebody will correct me in the comments. So the final sentence is 26 to 65 years. That means in 26 years, he can ask to be let out, but at the bare minimum, he got to do the 26 years. So what do you guys think? If you want to know my opinion, just ask. I'll do another video, but I'm going to leave it at this for now. I want to know what you guys think.